Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 81, Text 1. This is the second chapter in the Sudama pastime. And till now, Krishna and Sudama have met. Krishna has expressed his joy in meeting Sudama, and they have gone down memory lane. So now, in any meeting between friends who meet after a long time, or there is a discussion of the past, the talk down memory lane, and then now there will be a discussion of the present plus future. So there was a brief inquiry about him, inquiry from Sudama about how did he marry and did he settle down in life. So, but here now the focus will be on the future much more. Shri Shuka Vacha Saitham Dvijamukkhena Sahasankathayan Harihi Sarvabhuta Manobhigya Smayamana Vachatam Brahmanyo Brahmanam Krishno Bhagavan Prahasan Priyam Premna Nirikshane Naiva Prekshan Khalu Satam Gatihi. So Saitham, in this way, having spoken to Dvijamukhena, that the best among the Brahmanas, the chief among the Brahmanas, Sankathayan Harihi. So that in this way they spoke. So what the Bhagavatam gives is not a full description, but it is giving us the highlights. In this way they continue discussing Sarvabhuta Manobhigya. So Krishna is omniscient. So here that is specifically mentioned in terms of Mano Abhigya, that he knew the mind, he knew the thoughts that were going on in the mind. So Krishna knows not just the external events that are going on, but he also knows the internal thoughts that are going on, the desires that we have. Manobhigya. Smayamana uvachatam. Smayamana, by gently smiling. Uvachatam, spoke to him. And he was speaking. Who was he speaking to? Or who was speaking like this? Brahmanyo Brahmanam Krishna. So the Lord who is Lord Krishna, who is Brahmanyo, who is Namo Brahmanya Devaya. The exact word in the exact form comes there in that prayer. So that Krishna, who is Brahmanya Devaya, that spoke to the Brahmana. Bhagavan Prahasan Priyam. Bhagavan spoke with a gentle smile on his face. And now let's see how many times the word Priyam and then Premna. The Lord spoke lovingly to him, while also actually this was a dear friend of his. Priyam is a dear friend. And then also there was a loving glance. Premna Nirikshane Naiva Prekshan Khalu Satam Gati. The Lord glanced upon him with loving glances, and he is indeed the destination of the Satam Gati, of the Satas, those who are saintly devotees, those who are engaged in Sata, that is the truth, the ultimate reality. So here the key point is Krishna's loving nature. That Krishna, why is it mentioned over here that Sarvabhuta Manobhigyo? Krishna knew what was going on in the mind of Sudama. Now Sudama was talking with Krishna, responding to Krishna, but when he saw the actual grandeur of Krishna, he started thinking what was in his mind. That he was thinking, how can I give my tiny gift to him? This is so meager, so insignificant. So that thought will be revealed in future, but that thought is known. So now love is something which is inside. Now when inside our heart. But when love comes outside, it can be expressed in many ways. It can be expressed through our speech, what kind of words we speak. It can be expressed through our tone, in what way we speak the words. It can be expressed through our gestures and expressions. Gestures generally can refer to the hands. Facial expressions can refer to the expression specifically. It can also, so expression, are you smiling, are we grave? And love can be especially expressed through the eyes, that is through our glances. So love can be expressed in many different ways. So Krishna is expressing love in such ways, and then we will see Krishna's love expressed in a somewhat unexpected and non-standard way, that is through aggression. What was the aggression? Krishna seized the small pack of flat rice which Sudama was reluctant to give. But that expression will come later. Right now this loving conversation is going on, and they're having a discussion. So then Krishna speaks. Specifically, Krishna asks about directly the gift that he has brought. Shri Bhaganuvacha Kim Upayanam Anitam Brahman me bhavata gruhat Anvapyopaharutam Bhaktai Premna Bhurya eva me bhavet Bhuryapi abhaktopaharitam Name toshaya kalpate. Here, Kim Upayanam Anitam. What is it that you have brought for me? Krishna is asking Sudama. Brahman me bhavata gruhat. From your home. What is it that you have brought? Anitam. Now, Sudama, as we know, is an emaciated Brahmana. He is traveling. Some people, when you say you travel light, so travel light means they might just have a handbag where they may carry a laptop, and then they have a suitcase which is very small, and you'll be impressed how light they travel. And now Sudama is actually the ultimate example of a light traveler. Of course, it's ultimate from our perspective. In the past, almost all people would travel light, because if we had to carry the luggage that we were having, and we had to carry it throughout our journey, and if we were going to walk throughout that journey, then we would be very parsimonious, very, very careful about what we would carry. So in the past, while we could say in general people were parsimonious. Parsimonious means very careful, very frugal, very cautious in carrying stuff. While that is generally true, but here the point we are making is that Sudama had this small pack of flat rice in a cloth, and because he was traveling light, he had nowhere to hide. Sometimes we may have some gifts, and we may have the gifts hidden in our bag, and if we feel that our gift is unworthy, then we may decide not to give that gift, and we may decide we'll buy another gift. So, but Sudama did not have that option. There was nowhere he could hide his gift, because simply everything was visible. He was not wearing fashionable clothes with many pockets within them, and in the pockets he could keep something hidden. Even the cloth which he was carrying was in a small pack that was on a stick, and there was a standard way people dressed, and most people would not carry a small bag like that. So that small bag was clearly something additional, and Krishna naturally glanced at that. So Krishna is gently encouraging Sudama to give the gift that he has brought, and to that end he speaks that with bhakti, if bhakti is present, yes, then Krishna says Anu becomes bhuri for me. Anu is small, tiny. Anvapyopaharitam bhaktai premna bhurya eva me bhavet. So bhuri is huge, like we have bhurida janaha. Those who are very generous, those who are very special. So that is, small becomes large. Bhakti is not there. Bhuri, even if something huge is given, Krishna says that is too small to satisfy me. Na toshaya. I will not be satisfied by that. So the indirect point is that, oh Sudama, your gift may be small, but I'll be happy with it. Give it to me. Tell me what it is, and let me see what it is. And here Krishna will emphasize that point, and he will be aggressive with this point. But we will see now, there's a classical verse from the Bhagavad Gita that is repeated over here. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tataham bhaktyopahrtam ashnami prayatatmanah. So this is Gita 9.26. It's repeated over here as Bhagavatam 10:81 4. So now Chakravarti Pad explains that Ashnami, while it can be generically translated as accept, I accept it, quite often it has a more specific translation that we eat it. Now, among this list, toyam, yes, water we can say, we drink it, we consume it with the mouth. Patram and phalam. Patram, if it's tulsi leaf, that can also be eaten. But if it is pushpa, we normally smell it. But here it is said that Krishna becomes so ecstatic with a flower that even the flower is eaten by Krishna, just as he ate what Vidura's wife had offered, the banana skin. How Krishna values love in the offering, that is emphasized in this series of verses.